What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Singing the Tea. I'm your host, Dustin, singer, actor, Lewis. You already know. Sometimes I sing, sometimes I give you all of the reality TV tea, but it's always going to be what you want and it's always going to be what you need. And baby, listen, I'm coming to y'all with part one of the Married to Medicine reunion. And let me tell you, the ladies brought it. Now, all of them might not have brought it in the fashion department, but I feel like the energy and stuff that we get in this reunion is spot on. I think everybody's playing their part. It's good. It's a good reunion. So I'm really excited about this. It's bittersweet for me. So if you are new here, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share with a family member, share with a friend, all of that good stuff y'all already know. If you return it, I appreciate your family. Y'all, let's jump into this reunion. So when we see the ladies showing up, we see Simone showing up. We see Toya. Now, Simone said that this is going to be a DOA, Day of Accountability. Now, Simone, we're going to hold you and the other ladies to that. We need everybody to hold themselves accountable because that's what makes a good reunion. Now, we see Toya walking in, and Toya saying, baby, you know, she's good, she's ready, but she got some things for Miss Sweet Tea. And Toya, I'm here for it. Toya was not playing this season, y'all, so it is perfection. I'm so ready for that. Now, as they getting ready, we see Jackie and Simone having a conversation about Phaedra not showing up to the reunion. You know, already know. We knew that already. We knew she wasn't going to come to the reunion, so that's okay. You know, Andy's going around having a conversation with Quad. You know, he's having a conversation with her about, you know, hey, do you think that King and Greg are going to be good? And she's like, yeah, my man's going to be fine. You know, it's the exes that have issues. Child. Then we see Sweet Tea over there having a conversation with Dr. Greg. Child. Then, listen. Then we see the ladies one by one going to the couch. Then you see Sweet Tea over there talking about some, you know, I want to go last. Let her go first. I want to go last. Sweet Tea, you're not that girl like that. One, you're not the girl like that. And two, your outfit did not warrant you going last. Sweet Tea, you should have already been sitting down with what you had on. But I'm not going to give you too much because we're going to talk about the fashions now. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the fashions, you know, the theme was Georgetown or Georgetown, however they want to say it. That was the theme. And let's break it down. I wish I had pictures to show y'all. I wish I had me a little collage of pictures that I can show y'all. Listen, I'm going to go by couch because I feel like that's the only way that I can do this. Starting with DrJackie. I loved it. DrJackie's look was, if not my favorite, one of the favorites. I think DrJackie looked great. It was clean. Everything was on point with DrJackie. I think she looked lovely. Love DrJackie's outfit. Quad looked good. Quad looked very youthful. She looked great. Like, I love the cut of her dress. I love the sleeve. I thought that was great. I love the color on her. That color looks beautiful on her skin tone. Her and DrJackie were the best dressed to me for this reunion. Now I'm going by couches. So we got to talk about DrHeavenly. Did DrHeavenly look good? Yes. Face-wise. Body-wise looked great. I didn't care for her dress. I don't think that her dress really fit the theme. I don't think it was a bad gown. I just did not care for the gown on DrHeavenly. I think she should have went with a different silhouette. I think she could have kept the sweetheart neckline. I would have wished that she would have gotten rid of that choker or whatever it was. It really gave me drag queen breastplate. So, like, for those who go like do drag or go to drag, you know how a drag queen would have like their breastplate, and they'll most of the time will have on like a choker or some type of necklace to like cover up the seam from like their actual skin to like the breastplate. That's what it was giving, and then it was so tight on her, it just made. And she had so much hair. It made Heavenly look kind of heavy in the face. The Heavenly is not that heavy. It was a lot of hair, then that pushing up everything. It just didn't look good. So Heavenly missed the mark there. I think Heavenly could have done better with her outfit. I think Contessa was fine. There's nothing. I think Contessa, everything was very monotone. She looked fine. She looked fine. Nothing to rave about. Nothing to take home. She was fine. I did not like her nails though, and I know that's rent. I think she could have did a little bit more with the nails, but she's a doctor, so I get it. Sweet Tea's gown's color was great. I think that the top of her gown was pretty. I think the cape was okay. I think she should have went with the longer gown. When she went and she sat down, it was like certain poses or certain movements that she was making. It made me a little uncomfortable because I was like, ooh, with the wrong movement, you can see right up her dress. So I think that she should have went a little longer, in my opinion. Sweet Tea should have. Um, the hair, I feel like it was a play on Queen Charlotte. I get it. I just don't. Sweet Tea just missed the mark for me this go around. I didn't really care for her. I think she looked beautiful as far as the color wise. I think her face was stunning, but overall, I think everything just it didn't connect with me. Toya, I really like the color on Toya. I love Toya's hair. I'm gonna be real. I like Toya's dress. I think Toya's dress was a really good play on the Georgetown theme. It was elaborate. It was ornate. I love some of the adornments on it, like the feathers and stuff sticking off of it. Thought it looked good overall. Sometimes I like go back and forth. Like, should she have taken the train off of it? Should she have kept the train? I don't know. Um, but overall, I liked it. I liked it. It was okay. Now we got to go to the worst dress. And when I say everything about this just looked bad, Dr. Simone, did you forget that you had the reunion? I don't know if you missed fittings for this dress. I don't know if the person who was making the dress forgot that they needed to get it to you on that day. The shoulder piece didn't look like it was finished. Like it looked like it was supposed to kind of look like quads, but the person who made it didn't know what they were doing. And this is no shade to the designer. It just did not look good. The nude illusion, the mesh nude illusion did not match her skin tone. That was a chop. It looked baggy. It looked loose. It looked way too big. Chop. The hair, chopped. And it was a chopped bob, but no, baby, it was a no. She should have had something up, maybe something pulled back. And I understand she probably didn't want to look like Quad, but the way that Quad wore the dress is how Simone should have worn hers. Like, you should have had your hair pulled back or maybe your hair up. Simone, you missed the mark on that one. You looked really bad. Like, it did not look good. The color of the dress didn't look good. It just didn't look good, Simone. That was a 100% chop. I don't know what you had going on with that one, but it looked a mess. So if I had to pick up my top two, I'm gonna give them two. It'll be Quad and DrJackie. I'll give both of them that. The worst dress will 100% go to Simone. Simone, that was awful. That was a mess. Oh my gosh. Now, when we get into the episode, or when we get into like them having a conversation, Andy is asking them about Phaedra, and we know that Phaedra is not coming. We see that she's not there. um Andy is asking ladies how they feel about it. DrJackie, she was starting to give a little speech, and Qua said, in other words, baby, she is not missed. And Toya says, she's been talking to Phaedra, and she really wanted Phaedra to show up just to kind of give her side and her perspective on things. And then Toya says that Phaedra says she wouldn't help the show worth S. And y'all already know SHI. Okay? She said she was not helping the show, which, Phaedra, come on now. When they played that clip from Phaedra, now, Phaedra, that was some nasty work. Phaedra, that was nasty. And honestly, it was unnecessary. It wasn't warranted. You didn't have to go that hard, because I do think that this group did support you. I think this group did rally behind you. And I think that these ladies were actually wanting to forge a friendship with you. I think that you just weren't in a place to. And I think when you saw that the moment to go back to Housewives, you kind of took it. And I'm kind of feeling like maybe you're just playing on that because you're going back to that show. But calling them fat, calling them demonic, angry black women, it wasn't cool. Like, it was a lot. It was unnecessary. Calling them trash, like, it was way too much. It was way, way too much. And I think the part, and Heavenly kind of talks about this, she said, do you mind if I break the fourth wall? And she's having that conversation saying, I told Phaedra, I had a conversation off the camera, and I said, Phaedra, Apollo's wanting to film. How do you feel about this? And she was like, okay, cool. I'm cool. I already know. I know, he'll make moves that I don't know about. So it seems like you understood. But then on the show, you're trying to blame them for bringing him around. On top of that, you knew, and then you invited Shaq, which, once again, you don't have to run anything by Apollo. By no means do you have to. But you were trying to paint this picture that these ladies set you up, but you were well aware of everything. And like DrJackie and them said, you invited Shaq, excuse me, and it backfired on you. You felt like it was going to go a certain way with you and Apollo and him, and it backfired because you knew that him and Apollo were friends. You knew I don't know if you knew that his wife was going to be there, but his wife was going to come. You knew all of this. So I think that you have to own your part, and it's not just them being nasty women to you. You own the part. You have to own your part in there because you knew everything that was going to come. So, Phaedra, you did a little bit too much in that, in my opinion. So yeah. And calling them bees and all that, that was just unnecessary, Phaedra. I'm disappointed in you, Phaedra. Child, no, I ain't, Phaedra. You give them what you give, girl. So you continue to do you. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Housewives, and I'm gonna leave that there. Um, so Andy, this is when it gets messy, y'all. So it gets real messy. So Mandy, so Andy is asking a question about Apollo. He was like, y'all know Apollo is going through a divorce with his wife Shireen. Y'all saw the tabloids and everything going on with that. Real messy, like. So baby, Quad and Mr. B, she said, sometimes the men don't change. She said sometimes it doesn't work out with the person. So what the men do, they won't change, but they'll get themselves a new woman, and they'll do the same thing that they do to the new woman, to the ex-wife. See, let me tell y'all something. It was at that moment right there when Quad had did that. I said, baby, this is gonna be a good reunion. This is gonna be a good reunion. Cause when she had said they the same person that they were with the first wife, just got a new woman, baby. And then Heavenly over there just messing, just piggybacking up off of it. Y'all, when I tell you it was good, and Sweet Tea called it, but I don't think that it processed what it was. But baby, we definitely called that team MsQuad, because you got it, baby. Quad, you did that. Quad did that. It was just like Quad. Amazing. Tens, reunion, a 10, absolutely. So we see Simone imitating Phaedra. It was funny or whatever. We can move right past that. We're gonna jump into Quad's package. We're gonna jump right on into Miss Quad's package. Now, I'm gonna say this. I am so glad that Quad is back on the show. Quad is definitely needed for the show because what she brings is so good. Like, it's good to see her in a different place with the group. Quad this season, I feel like overall, especially towards the end, it was nice to see her getting along with the group and really able to move forward and trying her best to fix these relationships with the ladies. So I really enjoyed that Quad this season. So she was talking about, and speaking of fixing her relationships, she was talking about how her and Simone are in a better place, and she wants to stay there, and she really wants to fix that relationship with Simone. And as they're talking about that, Andy is asking the question, Simone, you did not invite Quad to Whitnick, but you see she sold up and you felt the kind of way. And, Simone feels like she doesn't owe Quad anything from Napa. Yeah, she feels like she doesn't owe Quad anything from Napa, and I don't know. I think that an apology is definitely needed. And we've seen Simone, apologizing on her part. But Quad feels a way about the group essentially kicking her out. And then we see Toya be like, hey, you keep saying that we didn't kick you off the trip. Simone kicked you off the trip. That had nothing to do with all of us. So that was a 100% Simone thing. That didn't have nothing to do with the total group. So I feel her on that. Toya was even asking, Jackie, DrHeavenly, we didn't do that. And all of them agree, and DrHeavenly even agrees with what Simone is going through when it comes to Quad. But, Quad is challenging. It can sometimes be, that's the one thing when it comes to Quad, right? Love Quad down, but sometimes Quad can be her own worst enemy sometimes because she doesn't know how to just lay it to the side and move forward. So that's something that I really want Quad to work on moving forward. Just putting things to the side and just being chill, girl. Golly. So speaking of Simone and Quad, they're still having a conversation, and it kind of gets a little contentious between them because Quad is asking Simone, like, well, what is the challenge? Like, what is the challenge between us, Simone? Like, what is it? And Simone is saying, I feel like you are giving me your A to kiss. You give me your behind to kiss, and you're trying to play the sympathy role. And I'm going to say this. Quad kind of does have a reason to feel that way with you, Simone, because you did do some things, like you brought up the unfortunate event that happened at her home. Then you kicked her off the trip. Like, Simone, it seemed like you were dogpiling a little bit. And I will say Quad can play the victim, but Simone, you do have some issues that you, not issues, excuse me. There are some things that you could hold yourself accountable on. So Simone, you were wrong, but I can also get where you're coming from because, like I said, Quad can make it real difficult for a lot of y'all. So, still speaking of Miss Quad, baby, Quad had a long segment. Toya, Andy's asking Toya about the apologies. He said, you felt like those apologies weren't authentic. And Toya was like, absolutely not. They weren't authentic. She said, and we've heard this before. They said that Quad will like keep going and keep going and keep going. So you just be like, child, here you go your apology, girl. So you can go on over there and sit down. And when she said, DrJackie just apologized, but it wasn't sincere. And Quad was like, DrJackie, we can have a conversation without arguing. And Jackie has said, that's good. Jackie was like, girl, I'm not gonna do this with you, girl. Go over there, sit down. I gave you an apology. That's all it is. And Jackie was like, I was sincere at first, but I felt like you wanted more, girl, and that's all. I just backed out. And there you go. You can have it, y'all. I love DrJackie. Ain't nothing y'all can do that can make me hate DrJackie. I love me some DrJackie. So, DrHeavenly is saying that her apology was sincere, and I think DrHeavenly's apology was sincere. She truly hates what she did to Quad because they are really good friends. And Simone's thing is, you were with this guy for a year. I didn't do anything to you for you to not bring him around. So I can understand you not saying it to like these other ladies, but me and you never had any issues. So why couldn't you have talked to me about like everything that's going on in your life? So I can understand both heads of the coin there. If you're not talking, like Qua said, we just weren't talking. So if we're not talking, we're not cool. I'm not gonna invite you to all of these things. But Qua said that she was going to. She said she's gonna do better moving forward. So we want to see that. Even though it looks like on the part 2 of the reunion, child, they had a whole setback, child. And I'm here for it. Excuse me. Had a little lunch before I started this video. Now, Sweet Tea, Andy is asking Sweet Tea about her comments that she made about Quad. Baby, it's the way Quad was handling this reunion. She didn't really get loud with people. She did, but she didn't. Like, Quad can just go off the rails. Like with her and Mariah, she used to go off. But the way that she was handling Sweet Tea, baby, good to me. So let's talk about it. So they was asking Sweet Tea about her comments that she made about MsQuad being jealous of her and Greg. Baby, T said all she can do is speculate because she said her and Quad have no reason to have any issues. She said they only talk for like 2 to 3 minutes anyway. And she said Quad is going through a whole press tour about her. Quad said, now Sweet Tea, and I don't know why Quad was using challenge. Quad went to talk to somebody, baby, and they was like, you know what, this is what you need to say. Quad said, Sweet Tea, I have no challenges with you. And T said, you've been watching me with a magnifying glass. And then this is when Quad had got her together. Quad had said, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. Child, if I was you, Sweet Tea, I would have packed my things. Baby, I would have gathered my little frock and I would have shimmied on out the way. Because she wouldn't have did me like that. Because you know what, Sweet Tea? She ain't lie. Now, I understand you were Dr. Greg, and I understand Dr. Greg was a doctor. Cool, cool, cool. But Dr. Greg got the eye, but he is absolutely missing the teeth. Hell, he about ain't got the eye. Quad got it, baby. MsQuad, she got it, and we all know that she do. So let me tell you something. Whether Greg was a doctor or not, MsQuad was going to be on this show. I don't care what y'all say. MsQuad was going to be on this show. She was going to be on this show. She was going to be on this show. We love us some MsQuad, and I'm here for every part of it. Quad is 100% not jealous. Quad ain't got no reason to be jealous of Sweet Tea. Quad ain't jealous of Sweet Tea at all. Baby. And then it was just like, she ain't got no reason to be jealous of her. Even Heaven was like, girl, please. We all are just like, absolutely not. Like, she ain't got no reason to be jealous of you. So, Sweet Tea, they were talking about Quad and the Rolls Royce, and Sweet Tea said allegedly, and Quad was like, is that something you need to tell me? What's going on? What is your challenge with me, my love? Baby, that's what I'm going to start saying to people. What's your challenge with me, my love? What is it? And Tweet said, Tweet, baby, Sweet Tea said it just comes off, she comes off fake. And Quad said, you come off country. My God, today. Quad was just quick. Quad was quick. And Sweet Tea, you thought you were being quick. You thought you were being cute when you called that girl a Beverly Hills Billy. And everybody was like, nah, Sweet Tea. If anybody in this country, coming from somebody who country themselves, baby, I'm a good country southern boy from Mississippi, baby. I'm telling you, Sweet Tea, you should have just left that one alone, baby, because that's a read that's going to always come back to you. You was a country bumpkin, my love. But we still love you for some of the things that you do. Like even Heaven was saying you was delusional. All the people. So Andy asked, Andy is asking Heavenly, well, what did Quad do to get this Rolls Royce? And she said, you already know she's doing it 15 times a week. Heavenly said, but I want to know how she get it because I know she ain't doing it better than me. Heavenly is so funny. So, they are asking Quad about having a baby, and Quad is saying that she is looking at IVF. Y'all, and then to know that DrJackie is helping her with that, I love that. I really, really love that. I hope that we have a baby Quad coming up very soon, a baby Quad and a baby King. That would be really, really adorable. Jackie is the GOAT. Jackie is a GOAT helping people with babies. Now, I know she said some wrongs in the past, but we're not going to judge her for her past. We're going to judge her from right now because she is trying to right her wrongs. So, super, super excited about that. Hopefully, we have a baby Quad. I don't know, y'all. I don't know anything, but if I have to just guess, I feel like on part 3 of the reunion, when King of Quad, part 2 or part 3, when they on stage, they're going to announce that they pregnant. I'm really excited. I hope that happens. I don't know nothing. This is all alleged. I don't know nothing. I don't know none of these people. But that would be really, really exciting if that happens. So after we are done with that, we jump into Toya's package. And let me tell y'all something. Toya was everything this season. Toya brought it from top to bottom. Toya was that girl this season. She was everything. So Andy is asking Toya about, because she was been honest. She's been holding the ladies accountable. She's holding their feet to the fire. So Andy is asking her, I have some questions for you. He said, what lady has had the most work done? And she says, Heaven. She says Heavenly. And I think Heavenly owns that she gets work done. But it's just funny that it's Dr. Heavenly of all people that has the most work done. So she said, Andy is asking who's going to have the hardest time telling the truth. And baby, she says, Letitia. And she rolled her little eyes. This is where it get funny again. Andy asks, who needs a new stylist? And before Toya can even answer, he hit Dr. Heavenly. Simone, Dr. Heavenly. Although we all agree, Heavenly, the right message, wrong messenger. You are not the messenger to tell somebody that they need a new stylist. We love you down, but that is not your ministry. You stick to the things that you stick to the teeth, baby. You stick to your teeth. The fashion department should have been over there with Quad, over there with Toya, over there with DrJackie. Those are the fashion girls of the season. It ain't you. You do a lot of things well. We bring you for comedic value, baby, but we do not look to you for the fashions. Absolutely not. If there's a fashion show in Paris, we will not see you sitting next to Anna Wintour. Absolutely not. DrJackie, on the other hand, maybe. But Toya says, Sweet Tea as well. Toya is not taking her foot off Sweet Tea neck. And the fact that they're sitting right next to each other is so good. But y'all know Toya like to get rowdy. Now, Sweet Tea, you better calm down a little bit. Because Toya, that girl, now we know Toya a duck if you buck in real life. For sure. So they start talking about Toya and this baby Birkin. And, they're asking her if that was the only one. She was like, no, that was actually my second Birkin. She had to let the girls know. And then she brings up having a new home. Congratulations to them. Toya, I hope that this is the 5th and I think she said it's their 4th or 5th home. I hope that this is it, Toya. It looks beautiful from the photos that we have, that we've seen from the little clips on the show. I hope you do not move again. But Toya threw this shade. And when I tell you it was so good, because it was, Toya, I'm be real. This shade was up unwanted. This girl ain't do nothing to you, Toya. Y'all, when I say my face hurt from smiling, Toya, this lady ain't do nothing to you. And you over there said, yeah, I have my own home. I didn't have to move into somebody else's. Now, Toya, you have moved into other people's homes. Now, Sweet Tea was like, first of all, my name is on my home. My name is on the mortgage. With Sweet Tea, I have questions. He still got a mortgage on that house? Or did y'all, maybe they refinance? I don't know. That was a little weird to me when she said, yeah, my name is on the mortgage. That's weird to me that he doesn't own it. Baby, but when I tell you that was so funny, and it's just like them going back and forth is just so good. And then Andy's like, well, who do you feel like needs to be honest? Like now, who do you think who needs to stay honest? Baby, I'm so excited, I'm stumbling over my words. So she says, this couch situation that I'm sitting next to, me and Sweet Tea, we ain't there. She letting people know me and her ain't here, and she said, but there was nowhere else for her to go, girl. I'm shocked they didn't put Sweet Tea and like Contessa in between each other, but I don't know, whatever. It worked out for me. I'm okay with it. So her and Sweet Tea start getting into it. And Sweet Tea is saying, Toya wanted her. She said Toya and Dr. Heavenly wanted her to go to war with Quad. Now here's something I gotta say about this. I don't feel like Sweet Tea is 100% wrong. I think that a lot of them wanted Sweet Tea to come back on the show because it would be good for the show. I don't know if they necessarily wanted her to go to war with Quad, but let's be real, it was going to be good TV. I think that that's what they were looking at it like. Girl, it'll be good Sweet Tea if y'all did. I mean, good TV if y'all did. So I can understand both heads of the coin. Do I think that it happened? Yeah, possibly, absolutely. I think it happened. And then Sweet Tea is like, well, you said that we shared the same D. And Toya's like, y'all did. Which y'all did. Y'all, it's so awkward. Like, it's so awkward because in real life, stuff like this does not happen. Like, it's so weird. Like, I would not want to be around my husband's ex or my partner's ex or whoever's ex. I would not want to be around them like that. So it's a little weird. So I think that Sweet Tea is not 100% wrong on what she's saying. And I don't think that Toy is 100% wrong either. I feel like she said, I didn't need you to come back on the show for me and Quad. Me and Quad been beefing for like 6 years. I didn't need you to come back in that department and help me out with that. I would say this, Toy. I don't feel like you needed her, but it didn't hurt. So I'll say I feel like it didn't hurt for her to come back and help you out in that department a little bit. So I'm gonna just say that. I'm just saying maybe it didn't hurt. Um, so Quad, she brings up Sweet Tea. They're having a conversation. It's like, Sweet Tea, you took the bait last year. You took the bait when I came to your shower. Excuse me, y'all. I had to grab my. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Whew. You took the bait when I came to your bridal shower, your bachelorette party, and you Toya wanted to kick me out, and you let her do it. And I can get where Sweet Tea was coming from. It was awkward. It was an awkward situation. So of course, no, I wouldn't want you to be there. I want to go with the majority. I can understand that as well, Sweet Tea. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Quad just said that she's just a person that's there. Child. To Sweet Tea, I really do feel like for these ladies, you are just a placeholder. I feel like because she said that she doesn't necessarily feel like they value her or feel like they just consider her like pennies on the dollar. And Sweet Tea, I can kind of see how you can deduce that, right? I can see how you derive there because I do think it's true. I don't think that they really wanted a real friendship with you. I think that it just kind of happened. And Simone here was a little odd. And I feel like Simone was just like, let me get a girl a bone. Like, I feel like she doesn't have anybody that's really supporting her. Let me get up and support her. But Simone, it does like you are playing both sides of the fence. And it's interesting. Like I said, I think it's nice for you to go and support her, but I do think that it's a little iffy, right? Because do you really feel this way? Are you really here to support her? I don't know. I don't know, Simone. Simone, I don't know. You playing both sides of the field. Like you got to hold yourself accountable with a lot of things that you do. So after that, we see Simone go back to her seat. We jump into Contessa's package. So as we jump into Dr. Contessa's package, like it was good to see her back. I think that Contessa was a really good friend to a lot of these ladies out of there. So it's really, really good to see her back. And of course, we jump into the friendship that she had with Heavenly. They were phenomenal friends. They were friends outside of the show. I remember watching Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel, and Contessa would be on there. They would have conversations about their relationship. So I think that where for them, of course, where it gets tricky is both of them are hurt. Both of them are coming. They're coming from a hurt place, right? Both of them have done things and have said things. And Toya summed it up best. Dr. Heavenly, you were wrong for saying things about her marriage. You were wrong for saying all of these things. But Dr. Contessa, you were also wrong for saying these things to her because you put it out there for her to even have a conversation about. So I think that it was really, really tricky because you were talking to your friend about it, and your friend is like, listen, if you're going to stay, shut up, don't talk about it no more. But I think that you just wanted to vent to your friend. And I think your friend was in an uncomfortable situation, Dr. Heavenly, because she's like, you keep venting to me. I keep telling you what to do, but then you keep going back over here to him. Like, girl, just stay. If you're gonna stay, then just don't talk about it. So I can understand both heads of the coin on that. Contessa just wanted a friend. She just wanted a listening ear. She just wanted a sister. Dr. Heavenly was tired of listening to it. She just was. Dr. Heavenly was tired of listening to this lady complain. So she said, you need to either S or get off the pot. That's what Dr. Heavenly was coming from. So, they start having the conversation about Dr. Heavenly and, Yo Mama. We know that is Dr. Heavenly's go-to. Dr. Heavenly would say that at any point in time. Like, she says that to anybody, anything, baby. She gonna always hit you with your mama. Where Dr. Heavenly was wrong is, one, we a little too old for that, right? We don't do that no more. But also, to Dr. Heavenly, when you are saying things like that, you have to be conscious of the things that you are saying. And for you to say that about her mother, who was no longer with us, was really, really messed up. And I'm a jokester, I'm a kidder. I try my best when I do make jokes. If it's something that I know will hurt somebody, or if I know that somebody's going through something, I try my best to not hit certain thoughts. Or if I feel like I'm going to go there with them, I'll just disengage. And I think maybe it's a part of the TV thing, but I think that Dr. Heavenly could do a better job of just disengaging, because she could have just been like, you know what, my bad, I didn't mean to say that. I think that she was in the heat of the moment and was just like, I'm going to just double down on the situation because we got security here. I wish that she would have handled that differently. I want to give DrContessa some kudos though, because I felt like their conversation, it was good to see them argue without it going too far. Like, I think that they were a good, and this, I know some people are like, what? Like, I think that their argument was kind of clean for it to be them, because both of them could really, really get elevated, and it didn't really seem to go that this go around. So I appreciated that from the both of them. But Dr. Heavenly, like Quad said, you're wrong, and it was good to see Quad hold Heavenly accountable. It was really, really good to see that. So speaking of holding people accountable, they are having a conversation about the allegations about Dr. Damon. They're asking, hey, do y'all believe it's true? Now, Quad, DrJackie, they don't believe it's true. On the other hand, when it comes to the mixed babies, DrContessa said, listen, the streets are saying this. It ain't me, it's the streets. Okay, cool. I will say this. If he does have mixed children out here, if he does have, he can have infidelity, whatever. But let's say he does have children with the same last name. I feel like they would have been presented by now. I just feel like it would have come out. Like, I feel like we keep dancing around the subject. It's kind of like the Love and Marriage Huntsville with Letitia and Scott, Letitia and Marceau, Letitia and Marceau, one of the Scott brothers. I feel like it's kind of that situation where if it's happening, put it out there. Like, y'all keep saying that we have these receipts, we keep saying that we have this stuff. At this point, put it out there. She's even asking y'all to put it out there. So I would. Like, just go ahead and put it out there. And that's the thing, too. Heavenly talks so much mess that I know if somebody had it, they would. Like, you would ask Heavenly out. If you're going to shut Heavenly up, that's the way to do it. So I feel like if there was something out there, it would have come out by now. I don't know. But I just feel like it would have come out by now. But Toya said that she's heard similar things. Dr. Simone said that a lady came up to her and said that Damon asked for her number. It's very interesting, y'all. And that's kind of where the episode ends. So the episode ends there. I'm so ready for part 2 because part 2 looks even better than part 1. This is a great way to start the reunion. It is a great way to end a season. So I'm super ready for next season. I'm super ready for next week. So we continue with our Married to Medicine reviews. But y'all, that is where we are going to end with our Married to Medicine review. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share with a family member, share with a friend, share with the person next to you at the cubicle, and we're going to keep this train on the tracks. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another review. I will see y'all later.